Hi guys! Today we're going to make a mute swan. You may have seen these little guys around ponds or marshes this time of year. So if you'd like to follow along, do a little art lesson with me, here we go. I'm going to use a Sharpie just because it'll be easier for you to see, but you can use a pencil. All you need for this lesson is a pencil and paper. And we're going to begin with the head. So the head is a bump on top and a bump on the bottom, but don't connect them. And right about here, we are going to make the beak. The beak is fairly long on a swan. It's like a dark orangey red color. And on top of the nose, between the nose and where the head connects, where the beak and the head connects, we're going to make this thing. It's called a Basil Knob. It's this black rubbery thing on the top of the swan. Nobody really knows what its purpose is. And then we're going to make a line that goes about halfway through the head with a circle in the middle of it. I'm just going to color mine in now because I happen to have a black Sharpie. And then don't forget a little nostril on the beak. All right, we'll come back and color that in a minute. Now we're going to make the neck of the swan. The neck is kind of like a backwards S. So start up here, right at that point in the head. And here we go. We're going to bring it around down. Okay, now put your crayon or pencil right there on the bottom of the head. And we're going to make another one of those backwards S's. Ready? Bring it down, and this one goes a little lower than the other one. And there's the neck. All right, now starting with this point right here, we're gonna go way up, go nice and slow, and we are gonna make the wing. Swans have pretty big wings. Okay, here we go. Up, and then to the feathers. So just as many feathers as you want. Okay, now stop down there. And this is where the bottom of the swan is going to sit in the water. So we're going to connect those two lines. Got it? All right, now starting right here, we're going to make the other wing because swan has two wings, unless the poor little guy, something happened to him. Back here, we're going to make the tail. Just sort of sticks out right about there. And then on top of this wing, I'm just going to make like some more feathers to really show that it's a wing. Okay, now I'm going to color in with black this Basil Knob. It's just this rubbery thing on his nose. All right, now we're going to put this swan in a body of water. So the swan has to sit in the water, not on top, well, sort of on top, but you want to make sure it looks like it's sitting in the water. So we make a line and then imaginary line all the way over, and as straight as you can, finish that off. Now we're going to make some ripples in the water to show movement. The swan is gliding through the water. So a little bit of a curve there, and then another one. And then on this side, you're going to make a couple as well. Now the swan is moving through that water, or gliding, if you will. All right, now a swan lives in a marsh or a pond or lake even. So we're going to make some vegetation in the water, just some leaves. And we're going to make these things called cattails. They're kind of like imperfect hot dogs on sticks. So there's the stick and there's the weird hot dog shape. They grow a lot in marshy areas. Swans mostly eat these weeds or sea lettuce or whatever. Swans were hunted by foxes and raccoons, mostly for their swan eggs. Poor little guys. All right, now on this side, don't forget some more leaves or pond vegetation, and I'm going to make another one of these fun little cattails. I just like to say hot dogs on sticks. Kind of like a corn dog, I guess. But you don't want to eat them, FYI. Okay. All right, now your swan is complete. If you have a Sharpie, it just makes it look nice, but if you only have a pencil, no big deal. Now, if you have watercolors, colored pencils, crayons, any of the above, this is how I recommend to color the swan. The cattails, the top of them are brown. The weeds, obviously green. Their nose is like a dark orangey red, and I would recommend making a nice sunset. You could use these colors, or you could use purple and blue flavors, whatever you prefer. Okay, have fun. Tune in next week for another lesson.